Hey NASCAR fans, what's going on? D-Ray here. So I know it's 3:45. I made me some coffee. Um, so I made me some coffee. So what an iRace! Congratulations to Alex Bowman on winning the race at Talladega. Also, Bobby Labonte drove today. I think he was filling in for Truex again. Got my French vanilla creamer right here. I know it's a little late in the day for coffee, but my daughter's watching this guy on YouTube named Brandon Ferris. He's pretty cool. Shout out to Brandon Ferris. Cool YouTuber, funny YouTuber. So, the iRace, I'm not a fan of iRacing, but today there's some things that happened that I want to talk about. First off, Jeff Gordon was driving, and he drove the Pepsi car, like a 2004 Pepsi car, which I think I have that car actually. I do right here. There's the car he drove today. But he went airborne. Apparently Chase Elliott turned him or whatnot. And Denny Hamlin's daughter, while Denny Hamlin was racing, his daughter unplugged the TV while he was racing day live. He walked over and was like, Daddy's like waving her like, not right now, right now. And then all of a sudden the screen went black. So he's like, oh, and he's like, uh-oh. And then the camera cut off. So like you knew she was in trouble. But Denny Hamlin did a whole thing. Like she felt so bad. Kids are kids. But yeah, so Denny Hamlin's screen got cut off. Kyle Busch is driving interstate batteries. Had a bad hair day today. You got some stories, Travis? Go ahead, I'd like to hear them. I guess Alex Bowman won the race. Bobby Labonte drove today. Jeff Gordon was running. And also the news came today that, we already knew this about a week ago, that Ryan Newman is going to return to the 6 machine once NASCAR gets back going, like May 17th. So with that being said, looks like we are going to get, looks like we're kind of, I'm super, I just mentioned that, I'm super, one of my favorite NASCAR drivers of all time, Ryan freaking Rocket Man, Superman Newman, coming back. Can't wait to have Ryan back in the 6th machine. I am so excited. I've also, by the way, Travis, I've also got a Ryan Newman Facebook page. If you want to go over there, group I should say, go over there and like Ryan Newman's got number 6 in front of it, and then Ryan Newman NASCAR fan page. So I do have a Rocket Man fan page or group. I've also got a Brad Keselowski fan group. So how do I like there? All my NASCAR groups have my favorite drivers' numbers first, like BK's number 2, then Brad Keselowski, 6, Ryan Newman. I try to be I try to be really a lot here on these groups. I try to spread myself, not really thin, but spread myself a lot, so I'm like a wide scope of things. And like I said, I'm not really in the way of iRacing, but today there was so much stuff going on, I had to go live. I mean, like I said, Denny Hamlin's daughter pulling the plug on his screen, went black. Can't remember what he finished. Bobby Labonte once again. Bobby Labonte, the 2000 Winston Cup champion, filling in. Love seeing Bobby behind the wheel, even if it is on a virtual side. So, like I said, I'm not going to spend a lot of time on here. Just wanted to go ahead and the iRace is over. Alex Bowman wins. 2 wins. He's got 2 Cup wins, 1 in 2020 in California, and 1 virtual win, I do believe. It was cool to see Jeff Gordon back in the car or on the simulator. I was watching some stuff on YouTube the other day, trying to pass some time during this coronavirus crap, quarantine. My nose is itching off. Man, I have a hair or something up there. But I'm watching stuff on YouTube like NASCAR shops, people visiting like Hendrick Motorsports, Penske. Pretty cool. Found it pretty interesting. Watch a couple of them. I didn't get to finish the Stewart Haas Racing one where this guy, Tony Gibson, crew chief for Danica Patrick. Then he was a crew chief for Kurt Busch. 2017. Didn't know if I got a hair or something. My nose is itching off. Darlington, yeah. So I'm not really sure how NASCAR is going to do this. I'm really kind of like stuck on figuring how they're going to do this. Back-to-back races overnight. I mean, it's kind of weird because if you watch a baseball team or a hockey team, the visiting team shows up at the city, stays there 2 nights, and 3 if necessary, and then they go about their business to the next city. Where NASCAR goes that every weekend, but the problem is they have that hockey has the practice in the morning of the game, and also batting practice for baseball the morning of the game. Where NASCAR, they have like 2 days of festivities, practice, qualify. Well, no, two cup practice or 2 days of festivities, and then the race. So NASCAR operates on a whole different level than any other sport out there. So with that being said, I'm yeah, so I forgot what I was talking about. Yeah, they plan is May 17th. I heard if races get rained out, straight up canceled. Okay, but problem is, I heard that if races get rained out. You mean like during the race, or you mean like if they go to practice or in the morning of the race and it gets rained out and they can't get started? I know by the rules, NASCAR has to do our green flag, and they have to go halfway to be an official race. So there's not going to be a winner if they do it before the before the green flag and they don't get halfway. If it's rained out, are they going to actually just? I get well, yeah. I guess to answer my own question, I guess if they run the race, whoever's leading will win the race, and they'll make it official. That's the way I'm thinking they're going to do it. So, like I said, I'm still kind of confused on a lot of things. I know it's probably already worked out. They probably got everything like fine tooth combed, perfectly done. But I honestly just want to get back racing. Um, like I said, I'm just very excited about Ryan Newman. Very excited about Ryan Newman, and yeah. So that's basically what's going on. Congratulations, Alex Bowman winning the I race today at Talladega. Um, Ben Rhodes and Ryan Blaney both have stashes now. But Ryan Blaney always grows stashes and the weirdest facial hair when he's not racing. But the race weekend, he shaves it all off. So it's kind of cool. It kind of fits him a little bit, having like a different look throughout the off weeks or whatever. And speaking of Ryan Newman, Mike Joy interviewed Ryan Newman, and he said that he's during this time, it's actually helped him, um, get a lot of things done. Excuse me, a lot more time healing up, and also spending more time with his daughter, homeschooling his kids. Which that's what I'm doing right now. She's got a homework she has to do, like packets and stuff for her school. Ross Chastain to 42. That's what I heard through this season, and then 2021 they're going to move John Hunter Nemechek. But honestly, like I said, Ross Chastain was promised the Xfinity Series ride 2 years ago or something like that, 3 years ago, and it got shut down due to the federal raid of DC Solar, which is Brendan Poole's old sponsor. But I don't know if there's a future with Chip Ganassi I don't think there's a future for John Hunter. I'm not sure where he's going to end up going. I can see John now. Wouldn't this be a kick in the head? I just thought about this. Wonder if Brad Keselowski does not go in the 88. Wonder if Hendrick Motorsports. Yeah, he's not going to have a ride. That's the thing. Only ride I could see being open for for Eric Jones. Which I'm also a big fan of Eric Jones. So a big fan of Eric Jones, big fan of Chase Elliott, big fan of Ryan Newman, big fan of Kurt Busch, big fan of a lot. I love all the drivers, but there's about at least 10 of them that I really enjoy watching and I really latch on to. Eric Jones is one of them. The only ride I can think is open at this point because we know contracts. We know Bowman, we know Bubba Wallace, we know Corey LaJoy, we know Brad Keselowski, Eric Jones, Christopher Bell. The one could be the 42 is with Ross Chastain this year, possibly a re-sign with Ross Chastain. So I think the 42 is pretty much going to be secured. The 20 car is going to be Christopher Bell's in the Cup Series. The 95 car, Levine Fleming Racing, I think that's going to end up being Eric Jones' spot. But I heard rumors that, like I said, if Brad Keselowski does move to Hendrick Motorsports, then I see Eric Jones in the number 2 car. So that's what I'm talking to a couple people around the NASCAR world, through the grapevine, and they've heard rumors that Eric Jones may be in the 2 car. So you have Ryan Blaney, you'll have Joe Logano, and you'll have Eric Jones in the 2, which makes a perfect fit. But then I've also heard rumors. Now I'm hearing rumors this morning, unless I'm talking to, that Joe Logano. I see Kyle Larson coming back. I just don't see him coming back next year. It may be 2022, 2023. It's going to be a long road for Kyle Larson over one slip up of a word that never should have been used. My God, second chances are what America's about, living the dream, and then can't slip up, make a mistake, and you're permanently just, penalized for it. Come on, that's not how America works. Anyway, so the rumor I've heard too is that Eric Jones may slide over to the 22, and then they'll shift Joe Logano to the 2 car, shift all of his sponsors to the 2 car, Shell Pennzoil and all that, and then slide Eric Jones to 22. That's one rumor I heard. It's not official. That one I think is a little more far-fetched. I don't see why they would do all that. But then again, they did move Kurt Busch to the 2 car, but his sponsor stayed, didn't go with him. So I don't really think that one's going to happen. I believe Eric Jones will be in the 20. Excuse me. Eric Jones will be in the 2 car if Brad Keselowski does leave. Now, I'd really like for Brad Keselowski to be in the 88 car than the 48. I personally think Noah Gragson is going to get the 48. I've already said it 400 or 500 times. Noah Gragson getting the 48. And, Noah Gragson 48, Brad Keselowski 88. Then you have Chase Elliott and William Byron. It's going to be, oh my God, it'd be freaking powerhouse. He's won since 18. He's won a race ever since he moved the Cup Series, basically. So 18 was the July Daytona race. Last year was the Southern 500. I definitely see Eric Jones winning a race this year, at least one. Alex Bowman he has 2 wins now. He's also tied with Eric Jones. They both got 2 wins. Bubba Wallace is really struggling in that 43. Bubba Wallace is trying to find his ground to actually be successful. He's growing frustrated. Petty don't have the stuff to give him, the right equipment to give him to push him out there. His best finish NASCAR was a 2018 Daytona 500 when he finished second in the purple click and close 43. That was the best finish Bubba ever had. But everybody's like, oh, it's easy to finish second in Talladega. It's easy to finish second. And no, it's not. You got a lot more people that can go up front quicker than you can them at like Auto Club Speedway or. He's not out of the Cup Series. I think he'll land somewhere, even if it is like a Levine Flaming Racing. I personally think Suarez though is done after this year. I think which Grunt Brothers or Gunt Brothers Racing. That's gonna be an open car too. You did kick out DJ Kennington and Parker Clearman to put Daniel Suarez in there full time this year. My question is, what's going to happen to Harrison Burton? What's going to happen to John Hunter Nemechek? I know this is first year for Harrison Burton in the Xfinity Series. He's already got his first victory, California. But what about John Hunter Nemechek? It's his second full year. Was his first full year. Excuse me, guys. I went backwards here. John Nemechek's already moved up. My bad. He's still not in the Xfinity Series. He's Front Row Motorsports. Sorry for that glimpse, that glitch. I forgot. There is no more him with Chip Ganassi Racing. So I apologize. I had a brain fart. Somehow I was still thinking he was in the Xfinity Series. My bad. But John Hunter Nemechek, to me, I really think he's going to be all right at Front Row Motorsports. I just don't think that there's going to be any success at that organization. I know it's said that Michael McDowell wants to remain there even after he's no longer got a job as a ride, that he wants to help Front Row Motorsports grow. He's really loves Front Row Motorsports. I would love to see their shop. Maybe there's a YouTube video. I've seen Hendrick Motorsports. I've seen Stewart Haas Racing, Penske. They got some really beautiful shops. That's one of my on my bucket list, to go to North Carolina and visit all the race shops and to see all the RCR Museum, DEI Museum. I know a couple teams are in South Carolina based, and I know Furniture Row is in Colorado. Yeah, this is just like a little this year for Christopher Bell. This really ain't what you call a win season. It's pretty much him, kind of like it's a throwaway year to get in there, get some Cup seat time, to understand the Cup cars or longer races. It's more competitive. It's top of the line. So I think this is pretty much like a learning year for Christopher Bell. He'll slide in that 20. He does have Jason Ratcliffe. He does have the crew chief Matt Kenseth, when he was there. He was the crew chief for Matt Kenseth's last win. Was it 2017? Was it Phoenix? Circle K number 20. And so Jason Ratcliffe did go with him, his crew chief. He's with him right now. So he will shift over to the 20 car. in my opinion. Christopher Bell, the only bad thing about Christopher Bell is he does not want to be a long-time NASCAR guy. He's only using NASCAR to save the bank, save money in the bank, to build a sprint car team. He's not really in NASCAR for the long haul. He's one driver that I really, really can't latch onto because I know his future plans are not to be in NASCAR. They're to be a sprint car on a dirt team. I'm looking forward to get back racing, to be honest with you. That's basically what I'm looking forward to most this year is getting back on the track. Even if it's without the fans, we need to get back racing, get the season going, get the races counted down. And as much as I hate the offseason, as much as I hate the end of the year, it's also exciting to see who's going to win the championship, who's going to be the Final Four, what's going to happen. And, I really enjoy all three series. I'm not really what you call just a cup guy. I really love the truck series. I love the Xfinity series. It's just there's more Cup Series news to talk about than the lower series. But I don't know what's going to happen with the bounty anymore. Those races have already come and gone. I don't know. Now, Travis, here's a question for you. I'm going to get you to jump off here. Do you know firsthand when NASCAR picks it back up May 17th at Darlington, are they going to scrap all the remaining races that were before May 17th? They're going to skip all those races and just have Phoenix and then go straight to May to go straight to Charlotte and then so on and so forth. I know I haven't heard anything about them running Homestead or nothing like that. So or Bristol, those times are already come and gone. So I mean, you did say yesterday that they're going to run 2 races or whatever back to back or something like that. You said I can't remember what you said, but do you know any information on? If NASCAR is going to pick up the old races that was scheduled or just scrap them and just start fresh at Darlington? Big question mark on that one. I'm still kind of looking on a couple things and haven't really found. No, they're planning on running postponed races on Wednesdays. Okay, so they're going to pick back up on Darlington, and that following Wednesday they're going to run the next race that was on the schedule after Phoenix. I think I understand that correctly. Sorry, guys, I'm a little slow at time. I do have a 6-ray learning disability, so I do have a little time to. Takes me a little while to comprehend certain things, so I do apologize for not snapping to it on a couple things. So, then I guess they'll make everything up. The problem is Wednesday night the race is over. It's going to be a day race or night race on Wednesdays. I know it's going to kill the ticket. I mean, what they're going to do without fans, but that's going to be a lot of work on them hauler and drivers. Share it to this group. Well, all right, Travis, I'm going to jump off here, man. I'm going to go play my NASCAR game, NASCAR Heat 4. I'm going to go try to win some more races with Ben Rhodes. And I will catch you guys later. Thanks for watching. Share that post, Travis. Night races, it's going to be rough, especially for the drivers and all the workers. I know the West Coast swing's over with. But, all right, Travis, share that link or share that post. And I'll be back on here when something else hits. But, again, the iRace ended. Jeff Gordon was driving. Came out of retirement to drive the virtual world of Pepsi 24 car, the same one he drove in 2004. And then Bob Labonte once again drove, and Denny Hamlin's daughter cut the feed off his TV, so he went black. And winner, Alex Bowman. All right, guys, I'll catch you later. Peace, Travis. See you guys.